All right, y'all. So today is the last bonus episode in this special SEO 101 series that I put together so that y'all can make sure to get plenty of great SEO tips and SEO strategies as I move slowly into maternity leave. Don't worry, I'll still have episodes coming out for you, but I just really wanted to give you some very actionable tips before I ride off into the maternity leave sunset. So today we are chatting about a checklist for success for great SEO blogs, because in case y'all didn't know this, blogging is very crucial to your SEO success, because if you're not creating consistent content, you're not giving yourself the opportunity for consistent lead generation from your website. So today I have a legit checklist for you, aside from obviously regular great content tips, but these are just some things that you need to make sure you have done for every single blog that you publish. All right? Make sure to get out the pen and paper because you're going to want to write this down today. Hey there, fellow entrepreneur. Welcome to Simple SEO and Marketing with me, Faith Hannon. Do you want to grow your business with organic marketing and finally feel like you can understand SEO? Are you scouring the internet for how to get more website traffic, SEO for dummies, and how to market on Pinterest? Have you tried to grow your business with SEO and blogging only to get frustrated and quit because it's overwhelming and too time consuming? Been there. Hey, I'm Faith Hannon, Jesus lover, copywriter, blogger, wife, wrangler of tiny humans, and barrel racer. And let me tell you, I didn't have time to waste sorting through SEO and keyword strategies that either didn't work or were so over my head I couldn't understand them. I honestly thought that SEO and blogging only worked for people with a PhD in tech jargon and a whole team of employees, until I learned these secrets. Good SEO strategies don't have to be complicated, and creating and marketing great content doesn't have to take more than a couple hours a week total. So pop in those earbuds, slam some coffee, and let's grow your business with simple organic marketing and a healthy dose of biblical encouragement along the way. All right, y'all, in case you have not gotten your little hindquarters over to faithhannon.com/framework and checked out all the deets on my signature course, The Organic Marketing Framework, make sure that you check it out. Just take a look, really think about, pray about if it's the right fit for you and your business. Because in case you've missed it, been living under a rock, or just not listening to podcasts for a few days, which I understand, in case you are unaware, this sale that ends November 13th marks the end of this course being priced so ridiculously reasonable. Right now, the current price is $497 for my signature course, The Organic Marketing Framework, that teaches you how to optimize your SEO, get more website traffic, and generate more leads from your website using SEO, website copy, and blogging strategies that work but don't suck the life out of you. In case you have not grabbed your copy of that, the price goes up forever after this from $497 to $797. So if you haven't snagged your access pass into that step-by-step framework, make sure you do, because I want y'all to have that. And I wanted y'all to know that the price was going up. I honestly considered just raising the price because I'm ready to check out and peace out into maternity leave. Not really do a whole launch thing, but I did the whole launch thing because I wanted y'all to know that the price was going up and you were like, Faith, what did you do? Because I truly believe that this course can make a big difference for your business. If you listen back to yesterday's episode, you'll hear the difference that it made. Not this course specifically, but what I teach in this course, like what I do for my clients and what I teach in this course, the kind of increase in website traffic that this client got because of this framework and this signature method. So make sure you at least check it out, pray about it. If you have any questions, shoot an email over to info@faithhannon.com and we'd be happy to answer those questions. All right, now let's get to the rat killing, y'all. So I want to give y'all a checklist for success with great SEO blogs, because I feel like there's so many things out there that are like, oh my gosh, you have to write this and you have to do this and this and this. And I'm like, one, what actually matters? Two, just tell me what to do. Give me an actual real life checklist because sometimes my brain just needs a checklist, y'all. I just need a checklist. And so that's what this is going to be for y'all today for getting traffic with your blogs. Like, just write it down and check it off for each blog. Put it into your workflow, which BT dubs I give you in the course. Anyway, so these things I'm going to talk about to you today. Talk about with you, to you, at you. What's the proper way to say that on a podcast? These things are in addition to having great content. Like, if your content is poop, nobody's going to read it. Nobody's going to read more than one thing of it. And nobody's going to come back and nobody's going to purchase, right? Like, you have to actually be producing great content. But that's not the problem that I see most of the time. Most of the time I see people who are like, you have great ideas, you have great content, you have a great heart to help people. But when it comes to packaging that content into a way that gets found, it just ain't happening. And so here's a checklist for you, because I know so many of y'all, just through interaction and emails and all of those things that I love so much, these tips will really help your blogs get found and get read and ultimately generate leads for your business. All right. If you have not listened to episode number 136, it's a good one where I walk you through the number one test that all content must pass. For me, that's what I want all of my content to pass this test, that I lay out in episode number 136. And also, if you haven't grabbed my freebie, 10 tips for better content, grab that. A lot of it is from the English nerd perspective, and then a lot of it is from just experience creating content for myself and other companies. But here's a checklist. Ready? Okay. Number one thing. If you do nothing else for great SEO content, please do this. You have to have a great title. Why? Well, because if your title sucks, nobody's going to click on it. And a sucky title is more than just popping up an episode number and calling that a title. No. A sucky title can be something that's vague. A sucky title can be something that doesn't have a keyword in it, all right? Your titles for your blogs should, write this down, be 60 characters or less, contain your keyword focus phrase, and be enticing but true. Ain't nobody like clickbait. Please, for the love of all things holy, do not create clickbait, because then we're all going to click it once and then we're going to hate your guts and livers forever because you made us scroll through 5 years of advertising to not even answer the question. Okay. Ask me how I really feel about that. Checklist item number 2 is you need a human written, as in you write it your own sweet self, meta description for each blog. Now, Google or whatever your blogging platform is, they will usually generate a meta description for you if you don't write a meta description. And truly, what a meta description is supposed to be is just a synopsis of what somebody's going to find when they read that blog, that web page, that whatever, right? It's just like a little snippet, like a little summary. But your meta description is a great place to, 1, be crystal clear, and 2, include your keyword phrase. Don't get super fancy. Don't try to be super clever, super cute. Keep your meta description. I think it's under 160 characters. Yoast, my fave free plugin, will help you with this, but make sure that it's something that you write yourself, okay? Because you're writing for humans. Humans are the ones that are clicking on your content. So make sure that it's written from your heart as another human. Don't leave it to machines to generate. Yes, AI can be phenomenal. It can be a great tool. But when it comes right down to it, the human-to-human connection is what makes a difference for our content, okay? Well, hey y'all, if you have ever wondered what in the world makes some websites get more traffic and more sales than others, maybe you've dipped your toe in the world of lead generation and SEO only to be completely dazed and confused, barely remembering what your own name is, let alone what all those ridiculous terms and instructions meant. Hi, been there, done that. But through trial and error, I have figured out how to leverage the power of SEO and organic marketing to get more traffic from my own website and client after client after client. Like we're talking 6,800% increase in traffic for one of my clients. And for just a few more days, you can get the course that breaks down my signature method for a steal of a deal. $300 less than it's gonna be before the price goes up forever. Student after student in this course has said things like, "This just makes so much sense. Thank you for breaking it down for me like this, Faith." And they're seeing increased website traffic and ultimately increased sales from implementing what this course teaches in a step-by-step framework. As a special bonus, I'm going to do a live keyword research training using my favorite keyword research tool so that y'all have all the tools you need to do keyword research like a boss. So from now, November 6th through November 13th, use the code LASTCHANCE to get my signature course, the Organic Marketing Framework, for $497 instead of the $797 that it will be from here on out. And you'll get that live keyword research training as a bonus. So head on over to faithhannon.com/framework, read all the deets, and snag your spot before the price goes up forever. And the number 3 checklist item, ready? Is you have to have your main keyword focus phrase in about 60% of your H2 headings. And if you're listening to this and you're like, "Faith, what H2 headings?" I don't have H2 headings in my blog. I just have a blog. I just have paragraphs and a few pictures. Like, bless you, been there, done that, but you have to be taking advantage of H2 headings in each blog. Why? Well, for several reasons. One, the H2 headings carry more weight with Google than your paragraph text because they're headlines, right? H2 is secondary headlines. What H2 headlines say to Google is that this is an important point, a bullet point, a secondary headline. Okay, so your keyword focus phrase needs to be in about 62% of your H2 headings. In addition to that, your H2 headings help to break up the text because, we lazy humans skim blogs. But if we can get the general gist of what you're saying from skimming your blogs, you're doing something right, okay? Now, the next checklist item is your keyword focus phrase needs to be used naturally, but not too much in your H3 text, your H4 text, and your P text, okay? Depending on how you have your blog formatted, this is going to look a little different for each blog, okay? For each template, for each, blogger and your choices stylistically. But if your keyword phrase is not used naturally, hear my word here, naturally within the bulk of your blog content, then Google is going to be like, "Oh, they're not even talking about that thing." And they're not going to put your content on the search engine results pages, or definitely not number 1, because it doesn't appear that you are actually talking about the thing that you're trying to say that you're talking about. So make sure that your verbiage lines up with your keyword focus phrase. And the last checklist item I have for you, my sweet friends, and there's obviously much more, but these are the big things that are going to pack a big punch. The last thing I have for you on your checklist today is your photo names. Yes, I said it once, I'll say it again. Your photo names need to include your keyword focus phrase for that blog, which is why it's so important to do your keyword research, have your keyword focus phrase in mind when you're writing and editing and publishing and all those things, okay? Because your photo names, even if you're using some of the same photos that you've used before, cough, cough, totally guilty, the photos on that blog need to include the keyword focus phrase for that blog. Now, not just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like the keyword focus phrase and then maybe a secondary keyword focus phrase. And make sure that when you name those photos, there is a hyphen or an underscore. I just hyphenate, which is the dash between words. And that enables Google to read the photo name easier, okay? And one of the main rules of SEO is the easier you make it on Google, the nicer Google is to you. So there's your checklist, y'all. Aside from great regular content tips, here's a checklist of the big things to do for SEO success with your blogs. You've got to have a great title, great meta description that includes your keyword focus phrase in both of those. Your main keyword focus phrase needs to be in 60% of your H2 headings and used naturally, but not too much, in your H3, H4, and P, and in your photo names. So please, please, please go check out and hopefully purchase my signature course, The Organic Marketing Framework, where I walk you through the exact strategies, step-by-step, screen share tutorial style of my signature method, what has gotten so much more website traffic for all of my clients and myself in a way that works and doesn't suck the life out of you, makes great sense, and stands the test of time. So faithhannon.com/framework. Make sure you grab that before the price goes up forever. All right, y'all, have a great rest of your day. If you have any questions about the course, make sure to email info@faithhannon.com and we'll be happy to help you. Love y'all. Bye. Thank you so much for listening in today. Hopefully this episode gave you some really tangible tips for better SEO and marketing to get more leads and more sales from your website. If it did, can I ask you a quick favor? Would you please share this episode with a friend and then just take 10 seconds and go leave a written review on Apple Podcasts? That is the very best way to help more Jesus-loving entrepreneurs scale their businesses so that they can help more people with their gifts and make an even bigger impact for the kingdom of God. And guess what? We now have a Facebook community where we can learn, hang out, and laugh. Go join the Facebook group now. It's linked in the show notes. And all the other things, courses, coaching, and copywriting can be found at my website, faithhannon.com. Until next time, God bless, and I'll talk to you soon.